me, Demi, back in another video. I wanted to talk about, from a woman's perspective, being insecure and men having a lot to do with it. Sorry if I keep looking this way, I'm driving, so bear with me, y'all. But I just want to talk about this because me and my friend were talking about this the other day, like how there's this guy that she's really close with, and she has like an insecurity, a physical insecurity of her body or whatever, certain body part that really bothers her, and the guy like brought it up and like pointed it out and made her feel even worse about it. Like she was already feeling bad about it. Sorry guys, I'm going through a tunnel, so it might get a little dark. She was already feeling kind of bad about it, and he brought it up. So I was just thinking, like, damn, guys are just really ruthless, like, with their words. They just don't even care about how they make another person feel. Like, I know guys say, like, oh, well, that's how guys talk to each other. This is how we are with each other. I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with me? I'm not a guy. I'm not a man, so I wouldn't know how to communicate like that. Just like some guys don't like when women are passive aggressive or sarcastic or whatever, or ignore them for 3 days because they mad. Like, we don't communicate the same. So for you to sit there and point out insecurity of mine and then try to play it off like you was just joking, or, you know, it's nothing serious, or, oh, it's just my opinion, so it shouldn't matter that much to you. Okay, clearly it does, so why are you saying it? If you know I already was insecure about this certain thing and you pointing it out and making it worse, like, what is the point of that? I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. So I just wanted to talk about that because I know there's a lot of women out here that feel the same way. Men have this uncanny ability to point out women's flaws and make them feel terrible about shit, and like they don't have their own flaws to work on, or stuff they probably can't even change. It's just like terrible. But you don't see women sitting there like, oh my god, your toenail is so ugly. Like, we don't do that. We accept you guys for you and all your stupidity and all your insecurities and all of that. But when the roles are reversed, men can't do that for us. And it's so frustrating because it's like, dude, do you not understand how deeply you can hurt somebody's feelings, how deeply that you can make somebody insecure to the point where they might even develop a disorder? Like, say, like, if you call your girlfriend fat or say she gained too much weight or whatever, she might end up on the opposite extreme, and she might end up like anorexic, I don't know, bulimic or something, because now she's thinking, oh, my boyfriend's not attracted to me anymore, and now she's thinking like, oh, I have to do these extreme things to get back skinny like I used to be, and all the other stuff. Or like if a woman just had a baby and the guy's pointing out that she gained so much weight, duh, she just had a freaking baby. Like, what do you mean? Was she supposed to be like this big the whole time and after? Like, that's not how this works. The reason why her body looks different is because of you. If you really want to be honest, I don't understand why men think like they can just say whatever and it's cool. It's not. It's never gonna be cool with us women. You can't just say whatever you want. Like, that's how you know. It's a lot of men out here that haven't had any type of father figure or like any father in their life at all for them to know. Because I feel like if a father figure was in your life, the father figure, if he was smart, he would tell a man, never say anything you want to a woman and think she's not gonna not remember. Like, she's definitely gonna remember that, and it's gonna stick to her, especially if it's something that was rude. It's gonna stick to her, and it might even turn into an insecurity, depends on what it was that was said. So I don't think men understand how deep and how severe that could be for a woman, for her mental. Like, I'm not saying like it's only just men that do this to women. I'm just talking from a woman's perspective because I'm a woman. But it's just, I don't know, it's just frustrating to me because they just don't understand and they don't care, to be honest. Like, even if you try to explain to them like, hey, I don't want to talk about that because I'm insecure about it or whatever, they still don't get it and they're still rude about it. So I don't know. But anyway, I can use myself as an example because I had this one situation going on in this relationship. Last 7 months of our relationship was like terrible, and to me, from my perspective, it was terrible. And there was something that was going on for the last 7 months in a relationship that made me very insecure. I was super insecure, and I tried to express that to him, but I don't think he was receptive to that information, because when I was telling him, it didn't seem like he was understanding. Or maybe he did know, but he just didn't give a fuck. I don't know. Maybe he didn't care that he was making me insecure, because he was probably only too worried about his own selfish problems or whatever that he was going through in his head. I don't know. But point is, he made me very insecure, and that insecurity is actually manifested itself in new friendships that I'm trying to create now. I'm trying to like have a social life and all this other stuff, and that insecurity has shown up in those friendships. So like I said, it goes back to what was done. It wasn't necessarily like something that he did. It was like something that not something that he said, but something that he did. I guess a few things that he said also, but mostly his actions made me insecure. I don't want to talk about details right now, because I feel like I should save that for another video, because that's like a deeper topic. Because I just want to know if anybody can relate to that. But that, like I said, that'll be another video. I don't know. It's just hard, because people just don't understand. Men especially don't understand that anything you say to a woman, like I said, if she's already insecure about it, you're gonna make it worse. If you bring it up, and especially if you say something negative about it. It's like, just, if you know she's insecure about something, leave it alone. Like, why do you keep bringing it up? Or if the woman is trying to talk to you about it, and you just kind of either like blow her off, or you just act like she's crazy, basically gaslight the fuck out of her, you're not being a good friend, a good boyfriend, or whatever you are to that woman, a good husband, good brother, or whatever you are to the girl. You're not being good to her. Because I guarantee you, if the shoe was on the other foot, that girl, if you had insecurity in that girl, if you told that girl, she would definitely be there for you, and she definitely would try to say anything or do anything to make you feel better. But when men have that responsibility in their hands, they drop the ball almost every time. And I'm not understanding what's so hard about not saying mean stuff. Like, why is it so hard to not be mean? Not to be rude. Like, you don't have to point out every little bitty thing that you don't like. You don't always have to say every little tiny thing that you don't like. Some stuff is just not even necessary to say. And if you have all these problems with that person, don't be with them. Just don't be around them or whatever. Is it that serious? To, like, you just have to absolutely say the negative thing out your mouth? Like, you just have to say it? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I'm just going on a little rant right now, because I don't think men understand like how deep that is. Like, women can literally develop a disorder or some type of like almost debilitating insecurity, and it affects them for a long time. And I'm sure that's some kind of emotional abuse also. I just don't know for sure. But yeah, I'm almost positive that's some kind of emotional abuse. Because nobody should be sitting there pointing out all of these things on your body, or if there's something like mentally that you're insecure about or whatever. What are you pointing it out for? That makes no sense. Like, if you know that person doesn't like stuff like that, why are you doing it? If that person loves you, they wouldn't do that to you, so why are you doing it to them? And that goes to my next point. I think if a person is doing that, that means they don't care about you. If they know that you're insecure about something and they're not trying to do anything to fix it or change it, especially if they are the cause of that reason, they're not trying to fix it, that means they don't care about you enough. Or they don't care about you at all. Because if they did, they would try to fix it. Period. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'll make a separate video one day about like what it was the last 7 months of our relationship that made me very insecure. Right, like I said, right now I'm not ready to talk about that because it's still a sensitive topic for me. Another reason why I brought this up too is because last week, the guy said something to me that it really hurt my feelings and it pissed me off at the same time, because it had something to do with the last 7 months of our relationship. Kinda. It was related. So I just, like, when he said what he said, I was just like, really? And it's kind of like almost like PTSD. Like, you having flashbacks and you're just like, oh, like, I remember that one time, or I remember when we was going through this. And it's just like, I hope this doesn't manifest itself in my next relationship. Like, I hope this doesn't, like, pop up again. I don't want to deal with this again. I don't want to talk about this again. I don't want to feel that pain anymore. Like, I don't want that. So it's just like, men just don't understand how deeply they can affect us women. Like, they can affect us a lot. And I hate to say that, because it sounds like we're giving them a lot of power. But at the same time, it's like, words are powerful. They do hurt. Actions are powerful, and those actions do hurt. Like, I don't think people understand how deep that is. And you probably wouldn't understand until it was happening to you. Maybe you don't care because it didn't happen to you, and you were the one that was causing the problem. But when that problem starts happening to you, I'm pretty sure you're going to feel the same exact way. Exact same way. But yeah, I just want to come on here and see if anybody else can relate, because men just do not understand how badly they can make us insecure and how deeply they can hurt us with their words and their actions. Because, man, like I said, still not over the problem that we had in our relationship the last 7 months. Still not over it at all. Like, I'm scared to even go to the next level because of that. And I shouldn't let somebody and what they did, what they failed to do in the past, affect my future. But it definitely is affecting my present, and I'm trying not to let it affect my future. So, but yeah, just wanted to give you guys a small rant about people being assholes. Mostly men. But yeah, if anybody can relate, leave a comment down below and let me know if you can relate to that, because, man, insecurities are a B word, and it's even more of a B word when somebody points them out and says something negative about them. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and let me know if you have any stories or anything you want to share with me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.